Good morning, this is Bob coming to you live, and today we're outside the restaurant and the golf course just outside. Look at the abundance. Today's word is abundance. What a better way to look at abundance than to see an abundance. Look at all these golf machines, endless golf machines, and they're getting ready for a tournament. I think it's a grocery store chain, and they're encouraging and blessing all of their employees from, I imagine, around the country. Abundance and abundance. It's nice to have abundance. What abundance do you have and I have? And are we seeking to have an abundance of the spiritual elements? There's an abundance of these little posts. Sometimes people have an abundance of things that are not. Here's some prizes. Look at this. They're going to have some prizes for people, I guess. Whoever has the lowest shot or whatever, they got all this golf stuff. Amazing. Sometimes we have an abundance of things that are not what we need to have. We have an abundance of anger. We have an abundance of just junk. We call it the hoarders. Look at this. This is interesting. See this? Does this look familiar? This is a railroad tie, and it's amazing that it's still here after all these years. They're using it to protect the post. They got a couple old railroad ties. Isn't it funny? They had an abundance of railroad equipment years ago, and they used it. I've been here for these big conferences and whatnot, and it's amazing. I met a very famous person. I told you who it was that I met. I walked up to the fella and I shook his hand just right over there, and he went on to be quite famous. And if I mentioned the name, you'd go, whoa, that's amazing, Bob. Or you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Here we are, we're coming up upon the Brookside Clubhouse restaurant right here on Rosemont. And there's an abundance of life that we want to have. We want to be able to have the resources, an abundance of energy, abundance of grace, an abundance of mercy, an abundance of forgiveness. Jesus spoke about that. He said the disciples were thinking, look at these little flowers, beautiful. Yeah, the disciples were thinking little flowers. The disciples were thinking, well, gee, we're going to be in abundant. We're going to go ahead and forgive one or two or three times. That's enough. And Jesus was like, no. You need to forgive basically endlessly. So Jesus' idea was to be very, very abundant. Let's take a look. I've never seen this particular brass plaque. And somebody might say, well, how can you live right there? You never notice this brass plaque. Well, I wasn't ever looking for it, but today I'm looking. Let's go ahead and read and see what it says here. And it says, City of Pasadena, Brookside Clubhouse, Boyd, Wellen, Mayor, City Board Directors, I want to get the date, 67. Architect William, December 1967. How about that? So it's been here all these years, and we're going to go ahead and walk on through, and we'll see what we find. I've eaten here. They have like the big Barclay breakfast. Look at these lamps. Look at this abundance. How beautiful. How big they are. Alrighty. Morning. So, no worries. Yeah. All right, looks like they're already getting ready for Christmas here. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, they're definitely getting ready for Christmas. The golf tournament off, and they have all the events here. Amazing. Got the Brookside Barbecue Golf Shop. So. If you want to have golf equipment, there's quite an abundance in here of every sort of golf item and product. Amazing. All kinds of hats. Look, they got the Rose Bowl Stadium. I wonder, I used to have a Brookside cap. It was a really nice little cap I had. It used to be on that wall over there. I bet you they're still there. We'll have to go take a look. Alrighty. So, look, here's Bobby Jones. How about that? Here they are. Here's my caps. Look at this. They still got my caps here. See, I wonder what color you want to get. Orange seems like a good color, huh? And it's still a good price too. I think I had this one. I had this hat here. So yeah, they got lots of them now. Amazing. An abundance of caps. And if you want to go out and do the putting, you can do. Right, morning. They have a place for putting out here, and you can go out and do some putting. And they have an abundance of golf balls. Look at this. It's amazing. Look at that. They're all out there. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Incredible. There's all this abundance of seating here and lights. Well, it's an interesting truth that we're going to have abundance. And the thank you.